Yo, we bad, man. You're unstoppable, man.
Hey, 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 ho. Pop up in the presence of my niggas, we be perfect and puzzling. Got my piece of the puzzle, but this piece be puzzling. Anka piece nyanang puzzle. Gaye nyani sipo nyana sidless poli. Ezani beats. Pop up in the presence of my niggas, we be perfect and puzzling. Got my piece of the puzzle, but this piece be puzzling. Anka piece nyanang puzzle. Gaye nyani sipo nyana sidless poli. Ezani beats, our police.
Oh, le number le mfethu hey dume ekhanda mfethu. Kunjani analdi? Hey wemngane wami. Igama lakho mfethu liyangichaja boy. Eagles what?
Power.
Eagles power. Jesus.
Yeah.
Do you know the power that an eagle possesses, by the way? Shit, sorry man.
Let me give you the chance, Themba.
What's your
name?
I got taken away.
What's your name, my friend?
I
What's
got
your
carried
second
away.
name?
My second name is Patrick Njayam.
Patrick.
I hate that name.
Patrick.
So much passion. I don't like it. No.
Is it?
All right.
No.
Yeah, I am Lawrence. That's my second name. And this is me and friends. It's been a long while. Welcome, everybody. I am not alone. I am with my friends as per usual. Patrick, please introduce yourself.
Sanmanad, Gu Patrick. Jeez, it even feels weird. It's like I'm calling somebody else, you know?
Yeah.
But if I can look it up, maybe on Google, it probably means something else,
Yeah,
something
friend.
that I would resonate to now.
Yeah,
I don't
actually,
know.
you can read it, eh?
And if you look at the characters that are playing Patrick, I think you relate to something. Not in a bad way.
Patrician. What the hell is that? What? Name in Latin? Name is a Latin name,
Latin
and the
name,
name Patrick
Yeah.
means patrician, noble.
Patrician Noble.
Okay.
What the hell?
That is that. A different type of a
I'm
politician.
sure. I'm sure.
A noble,
A noble
politician.
So I've got a Latin name. Oh
Yeah.
wow,
Yeah.
interesting.
Latino.
Latino.
Okay. Yeah.
And on the other side, we've got Arnold, Mr. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Hello, there.
Schwarzenegger.
P.O. Bucks.
Ngaliphiki lelo gama.
Yeah, bro. You know
Ngaliphiki lelo
what
gama.
it is.
Ngaliphiki lelo gama. How are you, my friend?
No, I'm very well, guys. It's so nice to be here. I'm happy to be here. God bless us.
Kumnandi ukubala.
Kumnandi kubala. And of
It's
course,
nice
we've
to
got
be here.
Mr. Director, the overall everything of me and friends. How are you, sir? Are you ready, Masai? Are you fine? All right. No, my friend says he's fine today. Yeah, his voice is a bit, I don't know what's going on, but yeah, nyana. Otherwise, guys, welcome, guys. It's been a long while, my friends.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a long while. I know it's a week. It's been a week. Come on. But it feels like a
It's been a
long
while.
Yeah, it feels like a lifetime, eh?
Nah.
Nah, it feels like a
forever.
lifetime. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
a lot has been happening. Yeah, first of all, I think we need to take the moment and just acknowledge everyone who has passed on, because I think I was affected. I would pass this part of the show because I don't like it. Yeah, I've been really directly affected by so many people. First of all, Mam Konichume, may her soul rest in peace. She was laid to rest on Thursday. What a sad passing.
Yeah, dude. What a loss, man. Yeah, condolences to the family. And yeah, man, hey, that was a shocker.
It was a shocker, boy. And we say it's a shocker and she was old. People are like, no, maybe we're selfish. But otherwise...
Yeah. But she was old and
She was-
fresh,
and
man.
fresh.
You know? Yeah, it's one of those things. You just never expect a
the
fresh
dance
person
floor,
to... Yeah,
always
you know.
dancing. And,
Hey,
you know,
man.
up for a good time.
Yeah, yeah.
And with me personally, you know the story, Themba. I met the Chumes and I got to stay in a house for the longest time.
Yeah.
Not the longest time, but like every weekend I was there in 2018.
Yeah.
And man, it hit really hard. Because one thing I learned from that woman is to be selfless and to be humble.
100%.
She had the accolades already. When I walked into her house this one time, I saw awards. I saw a
Yeah.
SAFTA award. I saw those King Golden Globes before this happened. So I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
I was starstruck, but
Yeah,
the way
bro.
she was so humble
Yeah.
and the way she took us in. So yeah,
100%.
it hit really hard. But otherwise, I couldn't go. I didn't attend because I'm done with funerals. Okay.
Hey,
So yeah,
bro.
to the Chumes,
Yeah.
Naledi, Nungelo, Sister Psile, Tumelo, the kids. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And may you guys find comfort in the Lord. And then we lost Mam Bogas. Same week, Women's Month. We lose another one.
Hey,
Man, I was
Another one that we grew up with. For when I think of that lady, I think of Sunday mornings. Remember Gospel Gold?
Yeah.
Hey, bro,
Yeah.
gospel. Hey,
So, you know,
Excited before church.
You must with that voice of hers, because she had a very
bro.
articulate vernacular accent going on.
100%, bro.
And yeah, man, may her soul rest in peace. Apparently, she had cancer. She suffered from cancer. So, man, it was a long journey for
Yeah,
her.
I was actually watching the funeral this morning while I was preparing, you know. So yeah, man, hey, condolences, bro.
Yeah, no condolences.
Yeah, bro.
And then we took it back home. We lost Umatin, another
man.
senseless death. That one, I'm just like, this is a very senseless one. They shot him.
Hey, what?
An alleged hijacking
Oh my goodness,
Bro.
on his way to work as you are ready to go to work. You are ready to go to work with your family outside, your wife and your kids.
No ways, man.
Wow.
No fuck.
And he's been laid to rest as well today. So yeah, and with this deaths, I'm just like, really?
Yeah,
Really?
Speaking of which, in fact, Utabo Munye no in fact Utabo bengispana na Grill King. He was shot as well.
Oh my goodness.
2 bullets.
Bro.
But he was in the chest here. I went to see him, but he was asleep, so I went. Yeah, he's still fighting it.
Okay.
Apparently he was buying a beer or something.
You gotta be kidding me.
What? 2 bullets, bro. I mean,
and what is this thing of playing with guns?
Yeah, but also, what could you have found on him, that warrants a bullet out too? You know what I mean? It's like that nigga was hiding $1 million or something that you're going after. What would you have?
And then when it goes to that thing, is it really a robbery?
You know what I mean? Yeah.
That poses a very huge question. Yes, I saw something on the Olympics. I'm not sure if you guys saw it. The opening of the Olympics.
Oh,
I think I saw it on the PNC, the Popcorn and Cheese show. And yeah, they watch it to review it. I saw some stunts there.
Hey man, I saw not something in particular that hit me because now we are talking about sudden deaths and all that kind of stuff. In a nutshell, there was a horse riding in a way that there was a white horse there, and then there was this guy who was riding it wearing some silver metal thing, and then the face is dark. You can't see the face is black.
Yeah.
Did you know that what happened there in that night? It's actually in the book, in the Bible.
Yeah,
it's in the book of Revelations.
Dude, wow.
Actually, this guy, John mentions him as someone who's going to bring terrible things unto the earth. Death. He's given the fourth of the death and the killings and all that kind of stuff. Exactly. It describes that guy. I saw it on TikTok of on some other guy. And I went to the scriptures. I actually saw it around Revelations, I think chapter 6 or something. Bro. It speaks of that. So much in this passings and all that kind of stuff. It really poses a question. I mean,
yeah,
drastically so. So, hey, no,
my friend, it raises the question of you're going to the point of, is it the end times? Huh? Are we getting to a point where people are doing things that have happened before and cause commotion in the life before us?
And do we need to be scared now? In a way, do we?
Because I am scared. I don't want to lie, guys. I'm going to tell you another thing. When I went to Urban Brew to go do the typing work, the job that I got. Yes, I got a job.
Yeah, bro.
Guys, before I left, I prayed. Being too I don't want to lie to you. And I was so nervous. I was so anxious. It's not because of the job. In there, I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to have to travel. What if I die? What if they shoot me? I don't want to lie. I even cried. When I prayed, I'm like, God, what if something happens to me today? Because it's so senseless. People are dying in a very senseless way. You look good. And then you show tomorrow, when you look good, you smell good. And then the aim is to go kill it. They want to kill you. For what?
For killing it. It's pow everywhere.
It's crazy. It's crazy times, but this thing that you are alluding to, Candice Owens also talks about it. Andrew Tate was in the streets protesting as well. I mean, there was a video where he was actually talking to people in the streets. It's like, I mean, this country is where where he is. He's like, this country is a Christian country, and in the Olympics they depicted what was a mockery of your religion, and you guys are out here quiet. You are not standing up. This is the time that you need to stand up and actually fight the cause, because we can see that the world is turning into this thing. But I mean, for me, I look at it as this thing, like, especially listening to Candace Owens and all the conspiracies that, you know, we always told, hey, Themba, you're a conspiracy theory. Yeah. While all this thing is projected in our faces, I mean, we've seen it happen, especially in the American industry. I mean, because, I mean, a whole lot of these things are happening. They're openly worshiping Baphomet, and things are happening. These parties, Didi's parties are questionable. People are doing all these sorts of things. But more of the Olympics thing, I mean, about Macron, I mean, Candace Owens broke out the story that Macron's wife is actually a man. And Macron, after that whole Olympics thing, where those drag queens were busy there and what, Macron came out afterwards and says, yes, this is France. So now, what does that tell you? The new world order, these guys at the top there, they controlling these things to make it seem like, because now everything is subliminal. They're putting it in our faces. Everything that you're talking about, right? My mom used to say to me, Themba, you know, in the end times, uzobona people having sex in public.
Exactly.
Go to Twitter, bruh. Sex is public everywhere. Things are happening. You know what I mean? On TV, we're seeing people naked having sex. It's not bizarre anymore. So
it raised the question of, you mentioned New World Order, boy, and you mentioned end of times. So is it the end of times and the beginning of the new world order?
Yeah, that's true. When something dies, one arises.
Exactly, 100%. Yes, we're not saying we're dying. We're not saying, because your mom was not saying. That's why I'm trying to go there with guys. We're not saying we're predicting the end of times.
Yeah, but
end of times exactly on the reality, in the figurative form of our reality. It's the new world order. The end of times where people need to be considerate, where people need to think about what they do, where people need to think about humanity.
Because now whatever is done, it's as though it's amplified 100 times.
It is.
Everything, it's extreme, bro. You understand? That's why you have young kids, billionaires these days, and all that kind of stuff. What kind of it's mind control at the end of the day.
It is.
It's all, and everything is exposed publicly. So it's all a reading just to keep others under pressure for what? Marawena, if you know who you are, that's the question.
Yes,
because now
you're going to what I want to say, my friend.
You understand
who you are.
Yes.
Because now when these people they are damaging us in every sense. But they are not telling us that to do the work, to find ourselves, to know who we are. Because you're putting this all in our faces. We are not ready.
I mean, it's that thing of the
we
matrix.
Are not ready.
It's programming, right?
You're programming something that is not programming itself. That's the problem.
I mean, it's the stuff we watch, the movies we watch, the music we listen to.
Everything is diluted.
Yeah, of course. I mean, what society drives as the right thing, we should follow. I mean, for example, a whole typical scenario, right? We can argue it in many different ways. But I mean, like when in Uganda, when they passed the law of gay rights or something, and America was very riled up about what Museveni did when he rejected that. They said, no. But when he responds, he says, the problem with America is that they want this whole thing, or the LGBTQ community, they want us to prioritize that, whereas in the population in my country, that's like the least of our problems. You know what I mean? For me,
and
that
with him, and he's not saying there's no gay
exactly. He didn't denounce them. He said no, but guys,
I'm just like, guys,
it's not a topical issue.
And I don't know.
But then now propaganda news wants us to be putting it in the forefront, talking about it. I mean, in America now, they're giving children as young as 6 years old hormone control pills. They're telling young boys to say, no, you can be a girl if you want to. You can chop off your thing.
And boy, it goes to the conversation. I saw another article in South Africa, bringing it back home. There's another famous guy who came out as transgender, Ban, doing that show on Mojo Love. The Wing Up.
Yes.
And then now there's an article where he found Jesus. he's now straight again. I was so pissed. I'm not angry at the fact that he found Jesus, but why are you using the Christian doctrine
Of course.
to justify that?
Yeah, you know what I mean?
It's you see now, that's the thing. And the veil, bafethu yabona izinto eziningi sezimosha
Yes.
manje umhlaba so testa umuntu.
Exactly.
Yeah, free
You
for all.
understand? And now it's free for all.
Exactly,
Now you
boy.
get to do what you really want to do.
But now don't use the Christian doctrine, because now guess what? They say, the article says, yes, he finds Jesus. Some pastor says he found Jesus at his church. And then they mention the church at some church in East Rand.
It's a
That's when
setup.
I saw, I'm like, what a setup. What shit propaganda. That church probably has
They promote it.
miracles happening as well.
promoting the church, yeah?
Yeah, boo. Yeah,
They
boo,
promoting
yeah,
the
boo.
church.
Oh, yeah,
You know,
Using influencers.
Yeah.
Guys,
You know,
Jesus.
bayigcina bathi hey asikholwa lezi zinto lezi siyazibona lezi
Exactly.
siyabheka nje sibone nje sikuthi
No, you're a conspiracy theory.
Yes, you're-
when
that's
you
what
point
you're
them out,
doing.
you're like,
Yes.
no, Twizy, no, you're a conspiracy theorist, man.
Yeah.
It's
manje no dilasi taking it back to South Africa nangu mporo ye
man.
nangu mporo
Guys,
Hey, Jackie China,
a
choppy,
lot
choppy.
Abayi-
happened.
10.
Imagine.
slice abo
Yeah, baba.
One
Nginfuna
man.
nonke.
Hey,
Manempi, nginfuna nonke.
Imagine.
but I saw another video nangu magogo yakhala ukhalela umporo lo gogo lokhala serious ba protesta lapha ethokoza lapha eNorbe kuku lo mama mfethu you can see, but now I lo mama lo uthi lo mama lo she couldn't walk for years. For years she couldn't walk. Umporo wamthandazela. Then she could
I will.
Okay guys,
wena,
this
bheka before
this-
kuqhubeka le boy. Khona ungihlekise live yo la athi kulo wena kana
Wena kana urapella wena. Wafola.
Nix.
Wena kana utsamaya.
wena utsiba hantle wena usakhona ulishole ulishole guys end of times for real eh?
He's behind bars, bro. It's like, when I got gonna run.
Taking it abroad to Africa, TB Joshua, one of the biggest bishops. Sekuphuma ikendali zama abortion.
Guys,
But now, is it all an act, Vel? All these miracles, everything, like
Yes.
from detailed like that.
with that undertone, boy, I'd like to think they are an act, because from
Bana masimba labantu. I was
Yazi
strong.
kuningi abantwana basekhaya.
Mara, there must be
Singani.
a master. There must be a master pup. I mean, like,
Somewhere.
where do they get time?
Perform it.
I mean, this must take a lifetime.
You must look at these things. These people have this church, these churches, these establishments are a
Yes.
business. People work there every day. That's why you know good.
Yeah.
Oh, you are right. There's people who rehearse. I'm sure there's an
telling
acting
you.
coach.
I'm
I'm
man.
telling you.
The
And
scripts.
I went to one of the. Okay, I've been to one of those churches, and what I
Yeah.
saw,
Yeah.
what I picked up was,
Yeah.
we get there, the church starts at 9, ne? But already when we get there at 8:30, the sick bay is so full. I'm like, so all these sick people woke up 5 o'clock in the morning to come when?
Yeah, guys, wait a
It
minute.
raises an eyebrow. I'm like,
Wait a
really? When
minute.
you go 5, when you cancer or whatever, now,
wait a minute,
was
man.
but man, guys, come on.
This
I
just
know
shows
what
ukuthi us as people, we're very desperate, Njayam,
Uh-huh.
because of it
and
comes.
in denial.
Yeah, in denial,
Yeah.
Njayam, because as full
Yeah.
whose face that's in ourselves
Yeah.
and actually ask
Yeah.
ourselves these things, and
Yeah.
also because man, you are cool. Because you're desperate, obviously, border. So it's almost like yo. Whatever you hear is
Yeah.
the truth or
Grandpa
something.
mix and
Eh,
the
man,
emo
whatever.
bonke.
And Mfanaka, you're right, Themba.
You know, and it's so sad, bro.
And we're not taking away the fact that I believe that some miracles do happen in churches, because the presence of the Lord, when it's there and you have faith, some of them can tell you vele kwenzeka, because at
Or because it's
exactly,
your, I
it's
get
your
point. I
faith.
get your point. Because it's
Angisho,
not.
it's your faith.
That's
Uhlangane
how
nabantu
it
abafana
works.
bosizwe abangazi ukuthi at that
It's,
church kwenziwe lento lezo. So we are praying for real, Tina Vele. And when you believe, we pray this sihlangane sonke sihlanganele uNkulunkulu. A miracle can happen.
That's true.
But manje ke
Yeah, that's true.
yini leyo ikhalela ukhalela uNkulunkulu usizobani? It's your faith le gogo ndini. Sorry ukuthi gogo ndini, but gogo loyo ukhalayo loyo uyambona nomuntu uyachopha abantu.
And,
You want to
eh,
cry and say he's not
and
doing
wait.
it, or we must not take him
And
to
the food when
uthini?
you are healed. Mos.
We are healed gogo wena kanti and uhilo ubani gogo? Hilo
uNkulunkulu or umpo. Exactly. But
Umporo
no,
or uNkulunkulu.
yabona ke manje. Ubani vele
Yebo,
uphilile.
uphilile.
Because now that woman who touched the cloth of Jesus, that woman only touched it. A piece nyana.
Thank you.
And then the Bible says Jesus was like, obvious. The big boss was like, hey, who touched me? And then that woman was shy in a way or in Bamvala and then all he said is just go, you are healed. And it's because of your faith.
Exactly.
What you came here for.
Yeah,
you made it happen.
Yeah,
not
bro.
me.
Yeah,
It's all that thing. So manje yabona ezinye izinto ukuthi my these guys really fair too. That's why these things like depression, our kids now have depression, anxiety and all that. Until I find a direct translation of that into our language. Ne? Tell me what's anxiety in Zulu. Give me just one word.
Anxiety.
Yini anxiety
Anxiety.
yini leyo nto yini leyo nto abolala wena mawukhathela ambolala
guys.
Kwababa.
Exactly.
ngine depression my
You know,
mabadla
I think it's easy for people to actually reset back to emotions that they've already built up. It's like almost like a safe haven to go cry about your problems than to actually think of it differently. Because it almost sounds bizarre if you come to me and say, hey, Themba, ngine depression. Then I say to you, okay, how about you wake up tomorrow morning and thinking you don't have depression? It almost sounds like, Themba, you fucking crazy.
Yeah,
you
like,
to
no,
do that is like, what? You did. No, I must
we are programmed to feel sorry for ourselves. We are programmed to feel sorry for ourselves.
It is easy, bro, because it's a comfort space, right? Because accepting the truth is like hard. You don't know what to expect. You don't know what's coming. But
also, it's easy to lean on.
We always default to that
and I mean,
emotion that makes sense.
Who are you killing if you are reverting to something that's inside that only you can fix and reverting it in the negative?
And you are suppressing the God in you to wake up and actually deal with the problem because like God is like we are sharp. You are right. You are kind sharp. Great.
And thank you, Themba, for saying God. Thank you, friend, for saying God, because I was about to say what they do is the next thing you go to church, you go to Mporo. And look at what you will get from Mporo. He will rape you. You will get a lot of, there's a lot of, then now you are really depressed. You could have just went to yourself and asked the God in you to evoke the God in you and link to the God that is the God in you.
Definitely.
And heal yourself.
And these guys that are big on Mporo no ban. It's almost like, for me, I almost think that they know the truth. That's why they're doing what they're doing. Because it's almost like, you know, when you're an act there, you know, like as a president, you know for a fact that you're not going to uproot poverty. But you go on stage and say, I rebuke poverty. But yet you live in a $1 billion townhouse and then you're looking over at Alex there. It makes no difference.
Capitalizing on it.
So it's almost like they know. And they're using that to their advantage. You know what I mean? And Nati, we want a savior.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. To come to our
rescue. And you want a savior. You want a savior. You want it's in the form of a person. You want a tangible
feel it and touch it.
Why?
No. Me praying alone doesn't make sense. No.
Just like that king in the Bible, he was sick, very sick. No one could help him. But Elijah, in the days of Elijah could help him. Elijah's routine. Obviously he's a king. Everyone is there trying to help. But this guy, bro, the way he because Themba ngakhona niyachilile la chile khona. Then he heard ukuthi the king is sick nana. Wathi mbizeni ezelo. Oh yes, the king say kwatini.
Oh yes,
yeah, yes, okay. I saw no choice. But I saw that it was a serious situation. Makafika Elijah Elijah angifuni nokukhuluma na yazi umuntu owazazi ukuthi uNkulunkulu ne asidingi nokuthi sesontweni yabo uze Elijah nimtsheleni ukuthi aye ku Jordan River yozigeza ka7 you will be healed yahlanya kokugcina le yathi nginkosi mina akafuni nokungibona lo muntu lona ngigula kayi uthini ngiyozigeza
that is bizarre
akangithandazeli lo muntu wezoni lona yena wesikhathi sabo abamiyekela ama-advice wakhe bamiyekele yahlanya inkosi lokhu but endoda maye sinayo enye option how about we try it because vele uthi vele indoda because I say why ubaba boom 1 boom 2 3 4 5 6 7 the skin was pure as the baby skin wamangalo baba since amangelo wathula athi tu
umangazwa yini
ukuthi lento le a simple trick like that could heal him.
Bro, you know, and that for me takes me back to the self-help. It's what a lot of us don't realize, that bruh, only you are responsible for whatever that you
Mm-hmm.
are going
It's
through,
you,
what you
man.
want. It's you. It's you. Yes, God is there, but God is like waiting. He's like,
Exactly.
okay, bro.
So what do we do? What do you think?
Yeah, what do you want?
Exact.
I God, no, I want to be depressed.
Yeah, I
Okay,
got-
good.
I got it.
That's
This is
fine.
painful.
Yeah.
this is
Because
painful,
good,
but
I want
know
to
it's
cry.
painful.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah,
God
let's
says,
cry.
no,
I
good,
know
cry.
it's painful.
Yeah.
Oh God, no, I want to change. Okay,
Ah,
good.
change,
How
change
do we
is good.
change?
Yeah, no,
No, you know what? I want to start this. Okay, good.
Yeah. Do it, yeah.
Right?
And then you start, and then things.
Now you start seeing.
Okay.
Things are happening. Hey.
Yeah, oh.
Guys, I'm telling you, this world that we live in,
Yeah.
we're in turmoil. Bringing it back to
Exactly.
South Africa.
Yeah.
Yep, boo.
And then there was Miss South Africa. Congratulations to her, Mihlali.
Yeah.
Beautiful story. Beautiful
yeah,
story.
yeah.
Story
Oh,
for
yeah,
another
yeah.
day. But
yeah.
otherwise, in that whole journey of Miss South Africa,
Yeah.
there's now that beautiful girl, Chidima. What's her name? Chidima
yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah. She has Nigerian blood, right?
Woo.
And then
And Mozambican.
Yeah.
blood.
Mozambican
Mozambique.
blood.
That's it.
But
Those
she
are the
stays
two
in
bloods
South
she has.
Africa, ne?
Oh, yeah.
Right? She was
Supposedly
born
here.
in South Africa,
Oh.
supposedly, or whatever.
But what's the
Allegedly.
Cape
native
Town.
blood?
And then the next thing,
Wasn't she born in Baragwana? In Baragwana is Soweto.
yeah,
Yeah,
Allegedly.
yeah,
Oh, yeah?
allegedly. And then now the story is she enters, she's in the top 16. She's in the show. What's the show called again? An SABC3, that Miss South Africa journey show, whatever it is.
Oh,
with
is it?
Bonang.
Oh,
yeah,
I never
something
watched
Crown
it.
Chasers.
Oh, okay.
Okay, what they do there is basically challenges, right? That link that will give them points
Okay.
that will add up in the finale. Yeah. So they look at the humanitarian side. She masters all of that.
She's African.
Yeah,
She
she's
should.
African. Next thing they're like, no, girl is this. Girl must not enter. That's the social media streets. And then she also now withdraws from the competition, right? What's your take on that? Because for me, I'm just like, guys, I'm not supposed to see. Hey, guys,
For Mina, I'll say it. I'll
You
say
know-
it outright. Never thought actually I'll even say. Right, I withdraw.
yes, boy. Yes, well, you're not South African.
To be honest, it's really unfair,
it
especially
is.
especially when we're gonna use xenophobia and all the. It's really flippant unfair because I doubt that there is a South African that can be born in Nigeria and become a
Thank you.
finalist in Miss South
Thank
Africa,
you.
and then that's not questionable.
Thank you.
And then for and for me, what happened post these issues, what happened post these issues with Burna Boy or who that nigga is,
Oh, yeah.
that bloody nonsense,
Yeah.
where he was mocking our Miss South Africa. Our Miss South Africa is originally from here.
Yes.
Now what they did afterwards, Uchizima, she goes and then Nigeria invites her for Miss Universe. That was so pathetic, bro.
I'm like,
Yeah, man.
wow, look at God. I'm like,
Yo.
I'm like, it's God, but Vele go represent your country.
We were made to feel sorry for her when people on social media were saying, yeah, Katie McKenzie's talking shit.
No.
All these analysts saying, yeah,
no.
this girl, we must be patriotic. But that is bullshit post what they've done now. In Nigeria, they've accepted her. The father was on radio. He said, the father said the girl is Nigerian.
Exactly.
Guys, why don't we just listen and just take what people say to us and what people are living with? Just take that. No. There were people fighting. Hey, she's South African. Hey, she's South African.
Hey, we are
Then it
xenophobic.
turns out,
Hey, South Africa is a
then
very
it turns out
xenophobic country.
they stole the identity. They've messed up a South African girl's life. Dude, you know what? This just blows my
it
mind, bro.
did. And then
Just
they
so,
take it
bruh,
to
this
they
is-
take it to the race card.
yo,
When Mia
Themba,
wins,
bruh,
they're
nice.
like, Mia is Afrikaner. So you, I'm
Hey,
like,
she's
she's
so
South
South
African.
Yeah, she's more South African than that girl, man.
Come on,
Guys,
bruh.
That was
she's
so
South
pathetic,
African.
bro.
No, yeah.
This thing
Yeah,
makes
That's
me
so
sick.
unfair because
It
she's
is.
white. She's Afrikaans.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
she's South African.
Yeah,
guys.
it doesn't matter. She's ours.
Where did this
How?
mentality
She doesn't have
arise?
dual parents, why citizenship.
And that gives you the right
she's
to
here.
Nigeria to tell us that we can't have a white Miss South Africa. First of all, you
Know
come
your
here
pap.
invade us. There's a lot going on when you guys are here. And I'm
No,
sorry,
but
I'm not.
that's crazy.
And then
Yeah,
the next thing you also come and say,
Dude,
we can't have a Afrikaner Miss South Africa.
Dude, this
What?
is
Mara angisho samxosha nalo. Thina vele South Africa siyaxoshana kumele sibaxoshe labantu la. Uyamkhumbula lo? Ubani lo samxosha uPena boy.
Sizomxosha lo.
Uye lo papa, akuye lo papa. Uye lo sumi.
Siyaxosha labantu la. No,
Somxosha kwesithuma.
They like, but you know what they say, boy.
Benafai.
But bona in Nigeria, we like clout. we know that she's gonna win Miss Universe because she's the first deaf Miss. She was South Africa.
Yes, Nando.
It's Asnanda.
Yes, Nando.
Really
South African girls who are
more
beautiful than her.
And we are really inclusive.
Oh, yeah.
Inclusivity is one of our things. We in our
Yeah,
job
that's
descriptions,
true.
we
Yeah.
are inclusive. We consider
Yeah,
people
bro.
with disabilities
Yeah,
first. It's fine. Yes, she's disabled, but it's fine if she wins Miss Universe.
What
it's
disabled?
good.
I bengazi.
Zona yami akayazi. She's deaf.
How?
She's deaf.
Oh, I bengazi, boy.
Cabanga, she's deaf. She can hear through.
That's why the beauty is
she can
so
hear
loud.
through
Oh,
that
wow.
thing. Exactly.
Hey, yeah,
Bashawa
yeah,
ilogo,
yeah, yeah,
Bashawa
yeah.
ilogo.
She even got married to a Nigerian king.
Hey.
Telling you, she's deaf, that white girl,
Hey,
and
hey,
she can
hey.
hear through some technology, but
Is
she can't really
it?
hear. And you know what's tricky? And
Oh,
this
wow.
was so emotional. She's like, she can hear, but she can hear only one sound. She does not know this. She can't tell how you speak. So imagine she had to, on that day, she had to close all, when there's chaos and echoes, she has a problem. But that day she had to channel her brain and say, I'm listening to one voice, I'm listening to Bonang, and the judges Pel. And she won. She was
She won what?
Miss South Africa. I'm talking about Mia Leroux.
Oh.
Mia's deaf.
I thought you were talking about
No,
Chidima.
Mia's
Sorry.
deaf. No, Chidima, I don't know. I have no idea what she's
wow.
doing. Exactly.
All right.
You see. So they're
Okay,
bigger
I'm
to
with
that.
you.
They're like, we want to be famous because we are taking a deaf African. I'm like,
That's
what?
nonsense. That's nonsense. Oh, what? That's nonsense.
What?
No.
What?
How this whole story turned out, that's what really balls my tits, bro. You know what I mean? Yes, well, before we found out the prima facie evidence that we found out from Home Affairs and all these other state organs. Yes, fair, maybe we could have been cautious in how we dealt with it, right? But already there was a feeling to say, hey, this thing doesn't sound a bit right, especially because people saw her celebrating with Nigerian people, which again, it's fine, dog. It doesn't matter who she's celebrating with. It doesn't matter who her family is. But then how the thing turned out. And if I was on the other side of the people that were fighting for her, and then it turns out that the mother stole the identity, and then she was married to a Nigerian king, and they broke up this year, or they divorced this year. Oh, I mean, they were married for less than a year.
Oh, so Chidima was married.
Yeah, she was married to a Nigerian king, bro.
Wowza.
You know what I mean? And then supposedly this year, before she entered the competition, or while she was, or when she saw that she was progressing, then apparently they divorced. And one of the reasons why she divorced the guy was because the guy is so traditional, how he thinks of a woman to be in the kitchen. She's not that. I'm like, you married to a king, Nigerian. How did you not figure that out? How do you figure that out? Oh, wow, later. Oh, no. This guy, this guy is a very traditional man. He's a king, for heaven's sake. Yeah.
Man.
Now that balls my tits. Uguti, we were made as South Africa, like these xenophobic people. We don't like this. We don't like that. What do you consider as a South African? Whatever. And that's another thing that I just wanted to pivot to.
This boys, my friend.
We did not read the Constitution. Remember that little booklet, the Constitution?
yes.
We got it from high school in the libraries. That book was for free. And me, myself, I never read that book, but I had it. But I never read it that much. I only realized now that actually reading that book and understanding actually what the Constitution says, what is right and what is wrong. And of course, I mean, we need the court sometimes to interpret some of the things. But we can read and make up our minds, right? So it's my right as well to stand up for what I think is wrong.
Yes.
But no, we were made like,
we are xenophobic as South Africans.
we don't want this. Nah, bro. Kak is kak. I can tell you now, you can go to Nigeria now. Illegal. They will escort you fast, or you'll end up in prison.
Or they will kill you.
There are laws. You see, these countries in Africa, their laws are so strict on us immigrating there and all these things. Bro, it is so strict. We are the only free zone. But when we cry, you guys. No, but it's pathetic, bro.
And then there's another one that irks me as well, friend. There's a story about Mihlali Ndimase, the famous YouTuber, that girl.
Substance that can be unnamed.
The girl apparently was crying help, GBV. The boyfriend, the sponsor, the blesser is mooring her. Ne? I then followed the story to find out that the man is married, first of all. Forgot his name. Leroy. Yes. Leroy is married. She then apparently went to the house. I don't know what was going on between her and Leroy. She goes to the house to go look for Leroy. Leroy then starts fighting with her. I don't know what happened. Otherwise, it ended up physical. And then she cries, she go post that, blah, 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 blah. She removes it. Leroy answers and responds and says, this girl is crazy. She's on drugs, blah, blah, blah. She came to my house. And then people are like, why city, I was one of the people that said, I sing an app, slang an app, because Sam Bantu, Sins and Jan, Bakshayo Funan, Sachikan Jani, Hambi, young Genims Nabantu. Guys, again, please help me unpack this. What do you think, my friend? What do you think? Pleasant to listeners.
Me, first of all, I was never a fan of Mihlali, even though when she was, still doing these makeup.
She's beautiful. Yes,
she's very beautiful. Well, yeah.
Yes, it depends on what you see as beautiful.
Yes, 100%. She's beautiful as a human being. Yes, that much I can give to her. Yes,
I missed you, my friends.
But you know what? Like, someone actually a while back, school I was like, right? But in any case, I mean, I've never really followed her that much, right? But I
mean, she's forced into our lives.
Unnamed substance. Chris Excel, they got posted like a photo with a bag, right? With some powder, some white powder. Caption, apparently royalty. Mihlali is on some substance that I can't name, and then you post that. So in my mind, well, just travel there. I'm like, oh, okay. So which explains this erratic behaviors we're seeing on social media and stuff. But I'm really disappointed.
Yes.
With how beautiful this girl is, or how everyone has been carrying her as this beauty queen. She's clean. She's nice. I mean, I'm not saying she's not beautiful.
And she's an influencer.
She's beautiful.
Yes, people follow her.
You know what I mean? And I believe, Mihlali, had she taken a different course in terms of all this drama that's happening around her life, she would have been one of the toppest things that she's seen herself as. But since her life has been very, very demolish, and I just don't get it, bro. I really don't get it. I also just found out recently with all this thing that guy's actually married. I'm like, how do you whoa. These people take pictures together in public. I thought, what?
Now my advice to all of this.
Yes,
hey, this mic looks nice. Now my advice to all of this. Don't go and blow the whistle when everything now into iqala kancane yabona kufana mfethu imvula ngeke ivelinye nje bro sekudimvula nje ilanga livelile nje clouds gather first it's all riding the wind nyana uyayibona riding leyo life as well gives you all of those things.
Nothing exists in a vacuum.
So if you really want help and you really want us to feel for you, don't just say, hey mina since we've been years singabangani mina no Themba nangokwemayo Themba sekangitraphile. Oh, iqale kuphi lento le? Why ungayimentionanga isaqala that thing le? So I think this will be my genuine advice to all the side chicks and all that. Don't do it. But if you are doing it, just try to because now these things when they come back to you, remember now. Akirwena, you are voicing out, maybe you are trying to win something. But remember that it can easily turn back to you. Now all eyes are on you. It's all just like chicks, badly malizamachita, and then masekmele guye ngada, and then sekati ufunung rape nan. You might go to jail for that. It's all
and the boy side chick. We are right. Know your place.
Know your place.
You can't be a side and then we to the main. You will end up being fucked up.
Hey, but
if not the man, the woman.
Both of
them. This is all attention seeking. You have to literally go through a lot of things for you to get this thing out there. So premeditated. Lo muntu bamba ifoni yakhe wabhala ama tweet noma wabhala ama Instagram wa shoot ama video yonke le information iphume ngawe. So ufuna attention. Wawufuna attention engaka mfethu. Uyangithola? Okay, asike sithi mhlambe ushaya ama unnamed substance.
Yes.
Does it mean ama unnamed substance can drive a person to a point that they do that? I mean, Joe,
that's exactly what I'm
saying. Lo muntu lo khona into ebekafuna ukuyiwina. Manje sesibona umuntu ohlanyana. Sesibona lengane yasangana ingane enhle kanje manje.
One thing vele ngoba uyazigela ekhaya ukuthi we not one-sided. Nathi machita, handle your shit, handle your business properly. Handle money is not enough. Money clearly lo muntu uyamthatha lo mntwana amukse everywhere. Mara manje shuthi you are not handling your things very well. Ngoba indoda eyenza lento zama side chick. Handle your things well.
And next thing they will shoot us, these kids. Now I'm telling you.
Because I was uthi unesithembu lento Themba ishilo ukuthi you are elite about it, you are open about it. Everyone knows. Then the next thing how ngona vele once uyenze ngomthetho and then set conventions exactly.
Ndoda nako kuyakhona ukuyenza manje unofficially ingake izoletha idrama. But ke manje enye into ebhlungu futhi ukuthi manje
so advisor
ngiyabonga ndoda ayisho manje amsengiyacabanga ukuthi mara yazi nathi ya flop atho
exactly into la
because mayebheka mina umfazi kaLeroy angimazi njengoba bengishuthi ngijoy last week ukuthi uLeroy ushadile mara bheka jo manje that ngiseyizo embarrassa
seyifaka usizwa abantu emshado wakhe
umfazi wakhe asimazi seyizo embarrassa yena kanti umntana abanishole
exactly and ngifuna ukuthini boy and she knows her place. Look, she knows the place. She knows she's the wife, she knows her place. Uhleli kakhe exactly uhleli kakhe udla imali indoda yakhe kamnandi
mhlawumbe umntana abantu
eletsotiyobhayiziseka phela
mhlawumbe umntana abantu CA ukuthola ama promotion
or a housewife. But let's say you're a housewife sitting in peace khulisa abantwana bakho so usezindabeni manje nkosi yami
songcolisa igama
but iflop uLeroy uyo cause
Leroy
ngisho ngithi let's not be one sided. Mihlali is shit but thina sine machita senze izinto zethu zazi ukuthi wenzani
lapha yenza into zakho
flopile la yo
sometimes ungaphaphi
no. One day vele mina sike siringa ngalento lena bafethu this thing is getting
makodwa mfethu labantu banesibindi mfethu so mina I don't even imagine myself no matter how big I am I don't know dog maybe money will change me I don't know but where I'm sitting I don't imagine myself dog having to do print screens and say the things Leroy said because that guy created a narrative and that narrative set with a lot of people when they now start start questioning and putting it against what Mihlali has been doing. So people now start noticing how erratic Mihlali is. Now it sounds like, oh, this is a crazy side chick. I mean, there was a guy actually with that print screen of Mihlali having phoned the guy missed calls 75 times. And people were going crazy, right? There's a guy who actually does TikTok videos. He was this guy, website you never know or something like that, right? That guy, he does all these AI things, whatever. He actually did a video subliminally. This guy was like, oh, people have been asking me if you can create screenshots, fake screenshots and whatever. Obviously alluding to that because he used the depiction of that screenshot Leroy 75 missed calls. This guy was like, here's an AI that you can create. Let's see. Let's use the content that we have.
You're right,
and he created it. And he created it. So
there's a point that you mentioned, friend, now. There's a point you mentioned, Uguti. Mihlali is an influencer, ne? Now that the screenshot's out, brands will pull out. You know what I see? Leroy, yabona blessers are blessers. Ufuna trapper. This is done deliberately. I know if I take the brands away from me, you need me because I'm the one that gives you the money. Set up.
You see what it is.
You see what it is. I mean, when I look at things, I look at them very deep like that. Why would you do that?
I mean,
you know this person is influential.
Jay-Z was accused of the same thing.
Yeah.
Jay-Z was accused of the same thing. Apparently, Usolange actually did mention Jay-Z is actually subjuring Udaideng Upi on some drugs. So it's possible. Because I mean, those allegations.
Guys, the blesser mentality is that from as long as Analo is side chick, for whatever reasons Analo is side chick, like because you know there's a lot of reasons why they do those things. So much into I am long melang ting. Set up long melang ting. Yeah, the brands are gonna pull out. Obviously, you are on drugs. You're on the brands are gonna say we don't want to associate ourselves with you. Who do you need? Who do you need?
Because what was the point of him having to do that?
Exactly. Akafuna ukuhlukana naye.
Happy.
Because number 75 missed calls was ngaye. Why bokumele sazi?
Akafuna ukuhlukana naye ntona uthi wenza ngathi akasamfuni
but uyamblock
and wenzani
But that's toxic.
Sazokhala ugel akakhali ke sazokhala ugel khana sazosenzela ama rant and raves manje
that is toxic buffet. This is how people go down. This is how people have depressions. This is how people lose their minds.
Literally.
Because what the flip, bro? I mean, uMihlali nayo operate to that extent ukuthi mela tshele thina social media inkinga zakhe. Doesn't she have people close to her that she can deal with these things nabo? Nakhona why angakwazi ukuhlukana nalomjita anama brands angaka? I'm sure unali sopo. I'm sure kuba nali sopo. I'm sure she's built something. I mean, she's Mihlali, bro.
That is why they say when I'm in this industry, people like MacGyver, manje yabona kumnandi kuba umekji, when you speak the truth sometimes, they always say it's against these girls. But there's way deeper things than what you guys think it is. Cults and stuff. Because why on earth influencer and you can maintain yourself.
Yeah, that's true.
Manje ukhalelani if you are being you are not happy, you've never been happy in this relationship. Usitshela ukuthi senzeni? Why ungasebenzi? Because there's something bigger, something deeper.
Yeah, but that's a serious
yeah.
to get to that
there's
point.
Something deep.
No matter how famous you are, bro. No, man.
Deep, man.
Yeah, but there's something deeper. You can't separate yourself from this. Cabang again.
And then next year, uMihlali is about twice.
Alright, no, ubamfundisi.
Yebo.
Yeah, sekashintshile. Yo. Ayabona lento. Hey, what if one of these things is just
all that glitters is not gold, and I hope all the girls see, because you have there's 1.2 million people following you, young girls, thinking you've got it all together.
My friend, that comes from a good heart, genuine heart, I can tell. But yeah, fair, she's going through her things with her man or whatever. Yeah, but girl, you know what? I can tame my man. That's what they're thinking. They're not seeing examples.
Hey!
So the blessed thing is everywhere now. Not like Uncle Siam.
Chief, like little, in fact, I was so shocked. In fact, as in a Mahotman Laos, I respect and neighbor fit. In fact, Lahontana Lum fit to you. These kids are so young, bro. Like young in the sense of Nami, yabona my heart would beat.
Umbegile yasho ukuthi
umbegile lenyathuka ngiba novalo.
Sabe nokumbheka lelitho lelo lokuthi
ingane mfethu. Yeah, ungaba nenkulu amabele kodwa ingane uyambona. Uyabonakala.
Uhamba nomalume nabahleli kumele ubasave la kumele ubasave and act like manje yabo everything is fine. Like in fact it's very sad for me to say this, but this is the new world that we're living in, where such things are even
world, dog. I've got
and
a daughter.
It's
a cock world.
Imagine, now we
that's
have
why
to
I gotta be rich.
That. It's okay.
As if I can imagine seeing those things in our days. You wouldn't dare.
Hey!
You wouldn't know.
Ngisho
uhamba starting. Ngisho nale moto yakho le, they will bang it in pieces. Mara these days in fact, abantu abadala mfethu abasa yo mara mfethu bara
nembeza ushumta nakho omncane kakho uhamba ushumta nakho omncane uhamba
nomntana umntana ohalela ikota, uyambona umntana ohalela ikota usahalela ice cream uyamthatha uyo mara bafethu.
And what boggles my mind is that fine, what the eye sees is what the eye sees. I mean, I can't deny what the eye see.
Like we said,
but it's only up to how I process. Yes, and yes, because I do admit. So ingane vele ezikhula manje. Hey vele boy, neyibune ingaka banamabele, but that doesn't mean shit.
It still doesn't mean
that
shit.
That doesn't mean shit.
Ukuthi umekahle uyambona yena ukuthi umile. Mara mfethu uyabona ukuthi lento ina 14 le. 12 lo yambona.
And it's so wild because a lot of times you find those kids with guys that are older than us.
Older than
it's
us.
Weird. It's bizarre. It's bizarre.
This thing is
bizarre.
I can't
explain you tendala vele.
Hey, it's a malume manje, right?
Kumele kube hit.
Mara manje. Hayi mana.
Kumele kube hit sisi.
Uyamkhuza kanjani baba kaThemba? Vele nawe uyazibona uma wabona. Uzamkhuza kanjani baba kaThemba?
Uzothi ndawo udiyewe
Imvulane wayuhamba nomntana omncane weli
uyamangala kuphela uzibuza ukuthi uyicabangile yena le because mfana no matter ukuthi udawu kangakanani, no matter ushaya ama unnamed substance wakamihlanje, it doesn't comprehend ukuthi uyithatha kanjani le resolution
because umntwana nkosi yami
efethu umntwana
enota uyayibona lengane
efethu umbona nomadla ukuthi ankosi yami.
Which is how many times have we went to town? Hlangana nengane uyibona ukuthi okay mhlambe iphumile. Thina self amongst ourselves kuphuma hey mara abantwana laba
Yeah.
uyababona bagcoka ama-tight big boss mara one of us mara abantwana
And
laba
then I'll be the one.
simple and vele uphume lapho simple
And the
and
vele,
uyayibona mfethu ingane
Efethu uyayibona
Hayi,
it's-
mfethu
we don't need to
ibuhlungu le
discuss
mpahla,
it.
mfethu, angeke,
We don't
mfethu,
need to.
ayi.
Mara bafethu ake sikeni lokusa.
Amasimi.
Wait. Yabona bafethu asi one day we'll say, please Mr. Host.
Understand, Ntwana yami.
One day asikhulumeni namadoda.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's have a men's
Because
conference.
right,
Let's have a
right, boy.
yeah.
Because you can manipulate her to do whatever.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like you manipulate your
Ndoda.
child.
Obvious.
yazi
ndoda.
enye impahla futhi ke ngingakhulumeli laba
Ish, boy.
ngingakhulumeli labantwana laba who come from good families because there's some little girls that come from good families and still dating these older
Yeah,
guys.
you're right.
But I mean, most of it also, what I would say, poverty also contributes to
Yeah,
most of these
that's
things
true.
because material things is what these guys use to obtain these girls. You know what I mean? I mean, the other day, I was looking at this other, this kid was 10 times younger than me when I was in high school. Hey, mfethu manje mfethu uhamba mfethu ngamanye ama-purpose, ama-red safety belt. And I'm like, you know what, Joe?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But
Because
this is
another
thinking
guy
it.
who looks at that is like, oh, shoot me ngithole red safety belt. Nami ngababamba labantwana.
Yes.
Labantwana, the girls who are looking at that, they're looking at the girl, oh shit, uThemba angayenza into kanje. In my age, nami ngimuhle most. Nami I want to, but also some of it is contributed by poverty. You know what I mean? Uzothengela ingane iPhone. It's such a drastic, bizarre thing.
And that is why this thing is done by entrepreneurs. I'm sorry to mention it, but politicians, those type of people, mostly of them are involved in that. We know that from the books we read from Jackie Pamuts. We know Billionaires Club. It's mostly people on high levels, people that know what is happening with the money cycle of an area.
Of course,
exactly. So right,
And then
now
poverty.
So how do you manipulate someone out of poverty? To use them like that.
Uyabona ukuthi awusaphili nje nawe ekhanda vele soyasangana vele.
Why ungamsizi umuntu and why ungamsizi
vele
umuntu?
awusazi indoda awusazi ukushela. Uhamba uyoshela ubhizi lokuluwana nabantwana uthiya abantwana ngama-iPhone. Mara guys asike sazokhuluma namadoda. This thing is bullshit.
No guys.
Yemuna it's cock bro. Ngizothola umsebenzi angifedi number tsa hawo. Asakwazi ukushela manje to that point ukuthi nentanga zethu ziyahlula.
Yazi mfethu thina ukushela bekumnandi kanjani mfethu. You literally take a week indoda loku usakhona uyaconstruct ndoda.
Utshela ukuthi akayivuli neletha
yakho.
Those days were nice,
Adrenaline, Ntwana yami,
bogel noma uyibona iWhatsApp sikubulisa thina bo-tweets ake uyibheke nje uyinikeze iviki nje ukuzicoce mntana abantu yazini ukuthi hayi mani ngisesemuhle mani basangibuli hayi masikubulisa songene epholweni
and ema ulambile baba sizokuthenga ubhudlo azokuthengela i-iPhone nawe inqondo yakho mntana ake sibuye nje ukuthanda izinto Themba mentioned ukuthanda izinto
and poverty
ulambile bese ufuna i-iPhone nabakunika i-iPhone why
what about these other kids who are now fucking making it
sukukusa
yeah bona ke indaba khona ukusa lokho kusa nje
singathi mntaka baba if it's a choice it's a choice kodwa thina sikhalela into esibona ngamehlo wethu you mentioned ukuthi into esibona around us yabo it's mostly lento ayishoyo Themba vele it's mostly poverty.
Yeah, that's true.
It's all these girls that see Abu Mihlali and
sebaya driver nabo laba.
Usalumangela uthi ayibo.
Not to be bad.
Asisho kabi.
Marius
siyakwazi Nkosi yami siyazi.
Wena ngiyakwazi man wena. Wena man. Wena umuntu yokuthipha lapha eRescue. Uthi man wena man kanjani wena?
Ntwana yami.
Mara sivale.
Ya le sivaleni bantwana basekhaya ngoba yazi sokuqinisa siyazi wena azibani nani.
Yo, yeah, baba, yeah. Hey, something about maybe in the future.
Because aspire again, but because what makes my conclusion on this is that all that glitters is not gold. There's consequences to these things.
Yes.
There is consequences to these things. There's a quench or quench. Yeah, consequences. Questions. Yeah, there's and there's one of the necessary period, the con, and then quench. So there's a lot of it's constitutional questions. Uzazibona wenza njani masesibuya kuwena uzobona wenza njani. I think that's it. Should we close the director? Are you okay?
Yeah, no, I think you know what, it's really for me just to wrap that point up.
Yeah.
It rattles my feathers because I also like just imagining myself, like me myself, mfethu ngiyasaba. Angikhulumi ngokuthi angikhulumi nangey'ngane zase high school, but ngiyasaba no, just even imagining myself with like these young girls that we see with these Grootmans. It's for me right now, Joe. I'm not moneyed, but I'm looking at it like, oh yeah. Imagine I have to be seen with this person in public. Now, it's just bizarre. It's just bizarre. So it doesn't manje maseng ba nesopo and sengiyayenza lento leyo. I think maybe it unembeza wami mhlawumbe uzabe escapeile because maseng nesopo kakhulu. Kula ngakwazi ukuthi ngihambe ngiyolanda nobonang ke manje ugogo okuvula mina but manje mesengibuyele emuva ngiyolanda ingane encane of which it's not going to help me with much ilento ukuthi manipulation or control all these things,
and
right?
What are your kids
ngiyekela doctor ama CA alingane nami just to lather the point. I actually read somewhere where a doctor was actually saying that a woman's vagina is only matured, I think, at 29, 30 upwards, right? Wow. So from around 27, 28, 29, but above 30s, apparently that's when a woman is more enjoyable. Okay. She's more... And that's the thing that it mean.
That's why, but that's why there's more to it. In before that, even after purity, there's power in that. They are doing the foot.
Rituals.
Yeah. Asiyekeleni because
sibona on Facebook ingakho boy like mina my destiny mfana ngifuna ukuba rich as fuck because I've got a daughter. I don't want my daughter to be my daughter's gonna be the king. She's gonna be the king maker. She's gonna be the one setting the chess mood, baba.
Maybe blessing if
she will bless.
Maybe bless the boys if she wants to, but
she will marry the guy she wants to get married to. She's paying lobola. God damn it, I need to raise a stone there. Yeah, in Bogota.
Yeah, and that is how we close today, my friends. Thank you so much. Okay, I was feeling so down.
Thank you.
And I think I'm a bit revived now. Okay.
Thanks,
guys. Thank you so much.
No, therapy sessions help, man. You know what I mean?
Oh, guys, you need this in your life, eh? You need to watch us, and also you need to be genuine with your friends. Right? Me and friends. We've
been on a break for too long, eh?
Yep.
So yes, it's me and friends. Thank you guys. Subscribe, like, and share, and watch our episodes. Okay, we are not saying yes to GBV. We are saying no to GBV. But otherwise, Uzbek.
Yes.
Uzbek. It was
there's always questions.
So
mind your choices, mind your decisions.
It's all about the choices you make and the chances you take.
Guys, we love you.
Hey,
we love
Uncle.
you.
Time presenter TV boy.
And that line comes from a script I did for a children's show.
We out of here.
So it is your TV.
We are out here.
It's a wrap. Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right. And ladies and gentlemen, the credits. Where would we be if we do not have Thokozani's Kosman? Skosana.
Mangena.
Of course.
Beats.
The conversationalists, Themba, Patrick, Vilakazi.
Themba, Vilakazi. We are here.
Tembelishe, Arnold. Msimang.
The eagle's power.
And of course, me, Sizwe, Lawrence, Maseko. Ladies and gentlemen,
the nation.
Thank you so much for watching. 2 more. And more. And more.
And we out of here. We out of here.
We out. Stop.